Hello everybody and welcome to Metal Monthly. In this video series we talk about everything that's been going on in metal music over the last month. My name is Rob, I've got a beer and a script, so let's just jump straight in. As always in this video series we are going to start by talking about the albums that were released last month. Now actually last month there were a lot of albums released by bands that I didn't recognise, and in a lot of cases I couldn't even pronounce the band names. Seriously, so last month there were albums released by the bands Asphyx, Ectomorph, Suzymil, Diocletian, and Iwikiit? I have no idea. Anyway, a band I can pronounce is Dream Theater, who released Images, Words and Beyond live in Japan 2017. However, as that title suggests, this was a live concert that was recorded. There wasn't really any new content, so I don't really care. Next up is Harakiri for the Sky with Mare. I chose this band at random just because I really like the band name, and the album name has that weird A and E symbol that you sometimes see on like Tool albums and things. I wasn't expecting a whole lot from this band because Google refers to them as post-black metal, and I was like, ugh. But apparently post-black metal basically means black metal but enjoyable. The vocals are rough, but they're also kind of understandable. The drums are very heavy and stuff, the music is very loud and heavy, but the guitars are very clean and crisp, and they just made the whole thing very accessible to me, and I actually really got into this band. I've been listening to them a lot recently. Yes, very much recommend Mare by Harakiri for the Sky. Next up we have Bloody Hammers with Songs of Unspeakable Terror. Again, I chose this band at random because, again, that band name and album name is fantastic. And I listened to the band and oh my god, I love this band. They are so good. So they're kind of like early Wednesday 13, very tongue-in-cheek, very horror themed, but it's more hard rock than it is heavy metal. Give them a listen, it's really good, especially if you like Wednesday 13 or Ghost or things like that, things that like to change the mold, things that are obsessed with 80s horror movies. You will definitely like Bloody Hammers. I definitely do. So that was two albums I chose at random because I liked the name of the band, and I really liked them. Two really good bands I will definitely be listening to more of. And then I listened to I've Seen All I Need to See by The Body. Okay, so Google refers to them as an experimental heavy metal band, and it definitely comes through in the music because it's one of the worst albums I've ever heard in my life. It wasn't even music, it was just like noise. Oh my god, I hated every single second I listened. They're not my cup of tea, shall we say. Anyway, let's move on. So sadly there were several musician deaths in January, and I think it's just right to honour the metal musicians who have passed away in the last month. So first off we have Alexei Laiho. I apologise if I'm not pronouncing that right. Best known for being vocalist and guitarist of Children of Bodom, and then after that band split up, went on hiatus, I'm not really sure what went on there, he formed Bodom After Midnight. Which sadly that band has only existed since March 2020, so they really didn't have a whole lot of time to be that band before his passing, which is obviously very sad. Next up, Paul de Leon passed away, who was a drummer of Le Cruces, who were a doom metal band from Texas. Next up, Marsha Zazula, who was co-founder of Megaforce Records. So I didn't know much about Megaforce Records before looking into this, but they are huge. Some of the acts they have represented include Anthrax, Ministry, and freaking Metallica. That's insane. And lastly, Tim Bogert passed away, who was a guitarist in Cactus and Vanilla Fudge, which are two really good names for bands. So obviously it's awful whenever metal musicians pass away, so obviously condolences to all of their families. Now I normally finish these videos by talking about a fun story that I've heard about, but I looked and there wasn't anything big, so I've just kind of got some smaller stories to tell you. Hopefully you'll find them interesting. So first of all, Glastonbury 2021 is officially cancelled. I don't think anyone was terribly shocked, but I suppose there is some possibility that other festivals are going to go ahead. Download Festival has said they're not cancelling it just yet. They're going to put a statement out in I think March. And does anyone actually think Download Festival is going to be on this year? Let me know in the comments if you do. I don't think it will. I still have all of my fingers crossed, but I'm not terribly hopeful. It depends how the vaccine rollout goes, but at the minute I'm not terribly hopeful. So next up, Rob Zombie has released a new single from his newest album, The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy, which is a fantastic name. So the song is called The Howling Man, and it's pretty much the epitome of Rob Zombie music. It's very much over the top, it's got his distinctive vocal style, it's quite metal, it's very Rob Zombie. If you like Rob Zombie, it sounds exactly like the music he makes, you will enjoy it. Now, the main reason I wanted to bring this up was because the name of his newest album, The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy, is one of the wildest album names I've ever heard. In fact, it's the wildest album name I've heard since Rob Zombie's last album. That album was called The Electric Warlock Acid Witch Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser. Say what you like about him, Rob Zombie knows how to name albums. So next up, recently Tobias Forge, the lead singer of Ghost, appeared on Swedish television doing a cover of the Rolling Stones hit Sympathy for the Devil with the fantastically named band The Helicopters. Everything about that story is fantastic and I love it. And lastly, you know that sea shanty that got big on TikTok and everyone was talking about and it went really viral? The Weller Man, which I really enjoy. It's the one that goes sugar and tea and rum, and then there's a lot of other lyrics. That one, it has finally got a metal cover, because apparently January is the month of covers, which is weird. Made by Leo Moriccioli, because apparently January is also the month of words I find very difficult to pronounce. So anyway, this guy does a lot of covers of metal songs. This is his latest project. And it's weird, because it's a metal cover of a sea shanty, and I didn't think I'd be terribly impressed with it. And I listened to it, and it's very much a sea shanty with a metal song underneath. And I like the sea shanty, I like the metal song. I'm not convinced they go together that well. He hasn't changed the song around at all. He's kept it as a sea shanty, which makes it very strange to put in a metal song. Check it out again, there's a link in the description. Check it out, let me know what you think. I think it's weird. Anyway, that is everything from me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for getting this far, if you did. If you liked this video, please do let me know in the comments. Click like and subscribe. Follow me on the social medias at OverAgeKid. You guys have been fantastic. My name is Rob, and I will see you next month.